सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.
You're listening to Bare Knuckle Bhakti Shorties on the Bhakti Recovery Podcast with Jiva G, coming at you every Monday with a little spiritual something. Hey, good morning. We're on step 10. Step 10, which states we continue to take personal inventory and when we were wrong, promptly admit it. You know, I'd like to say as well, it's not only when we're wrong, but when we notice something, patterns or whatever, that's when we also promptly admit it to ourselves. So, you know, step 10 is like a step 4 and a step 9. It's direct results of maybe taking a step 10 is definitely a direct result of how well we do the previous steps, like everything else, and or how thorough or how aware we are. You know, it's not like often when we do these steps, it's not like first of all, we're not going to do them perfectly the first time. And we only know what we know, right? We're only aware of what we're aware of. And the process of these 12 steps is just to uncover that first layer of stuff. And even we go deeper than that, we can sometimes, the first few layers. But life goes on. It's like skin. It's like shedding skin. It comes back again. It grows back again, and we need to shed it. So step 10 is we continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, we promptly admitted it. It means we're just keeping track of our behaviors and our patterns. We don't have to obsess about it and think about ourselves all day. That's not what it means. It means sometimes we pause in the evening and just sort of look at our day and say, like, okay, where was a situation where perhaps, I don't know, anger came up or greed came up or jealousy or resentment or whatever all those really nice things are that cause us to either act in ways we don't want to act, or be the people we don't want to be in that moment, or feel something we don't want to feel, or don't makes us feel icky. So it's really a good chance to look at that by taking a personal inventory. It's not about, okay, so in AA, in the 12 and 12, it says a continuous look at our assets and liabilities and a real desire to learn and grow by this means are necessities for us. It says here that we alcoholics have learned this the hard way. More experienced people, of course, in all times and places, have practiced unsparing self-survey and criticism. For the wise have always known that no one can make much of his life until self-searching becomes a regular habit, until he is able to admit and accept what he finds, and until he patiently and persistently tries to correct what is wrong. This is incredibly, and experientially for me, is the case. The more I just sort of sweep things under the carpet or don't look at those certain things, then I become let's just take a couple of really simple things. If I'm, I tend to be a little hard around the edges on the outside, and the inside I'm not, but on the outside, and it's a protective thing. And the more I do that, and the more I exercise being hard around the edges, or not speaking in an aware, kind way, which has been really, if I'm not doing that, and I just keep, with my, my rough way of speaking or being sometimes, and I'm not aware of that, then I can't change that. And just because we wrote it on paper, right? said it to God, ourselves, another human being. We did our 6th and 7th step over it, and then we did our 8th and 9th step and apologized to people. It doesn't mean that it just goes away. It goes away because we're willing, but we still have to be aware. Awareness and willingness. So that's what this step 10 is about. So step 4 was the cleaning of house, the getting away of all those things and cleaning all the cobwebs. And the step 10 is the dusting and the upkeep, the regular vacuuming, the regular dusting, the regular dishwashing, all the things that we need to do to tend to our house. We have to tend to our emotional house as well and our spiritual house. And step 10 is that's what we do. Those are like our daily deeds, right? It's really important. You know, none of us have, probably hardly any of us have had the habit of self-appraisal. We don't want to be obsessed with ourselves, but what we do want to do is be aware of those things when they pop up. All of those things that are not needed, that we don't serve us or serve our community or serve our family. It's really important. And I'm also thinking about like in AA it says like it says like there's the justifiable anger. Yeah, is there justifiable anger? They say we leave justifiable anger to those better qualified to handle it. Resentments will kill us. But I also have to say the things leading to resentment, and this is what we're learning. We're really learning to just catch those beforehand. It's so important to catch those beforehand. I know for myself, I have a lot of hormonal deregulation at the moment, and I have my fibromyalgia, which is like chronic pain, and I've got all these bodily symptoms going on, and it really affects my psyche. And it doesn't last long like it used to, but I can go into like this spiral of I wouldn't even call it self-pity because I'm not very nice to myself, but it's like a spiral of like what the hell is all of this? Like, I don't want to deal with this. And what happens is I get thin-skinned and I don't have the capacity to explain things kindly. But if I don't do that, I'm not only feeling bad physically and maybe emotionally, I'll feel even worse because I've just caused harm to someone else because of my own pain. And that's not how I want to be acting. So it's really important for me to keep that under wraps, and at least be self-reflective. And if I do, and I will act out sometimes. Maybe I'll be short or curt or rude to somebody. It's really important that I promptly say, excuse myself, promptly say sorry, apologize. When I was wrong, I promptly admitted it and apologized. Hey, wait a second. It doesn't say apologized in the 10th step. It just says admit it. Yeah, I think it's really important that we keep that self-reflection and awareness there, because only then can Krishna come and help us. That's the willingness, the awareness. Those things go hand in hand. We can only have awareness if we're willing to be aware, and we can only have willingness if we're aware. It's sort of like that. Yeah, they're inseparable. I would encourage everyone to just at least, if it is not your life practice, at least do it for one day. Sit down before you go to bed. Put pen to paper. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to write a book. Write a couple of things where you notice, oh, okay, today I ran into XYZ and I could tell that there was envy coming up and I didn't treat him nicely. Or I ran into this person and I realized that this person didn't call me back and I'm actually a little resentful about that. And so I on purpose ignored them or whatever it is. This is not about punishing yourself. It's really just about being aware of what are the triggers, what's going on, and how can I better myself. It's not about bettering the other person. When we're angry, we're not going to better the other person. We're not going to better ourselves. We're just going to get angry, and it's going to get worse. So, yeah. And like I said, I'm feeling very dysregulated at the moment, especially with this whole hormone imbalance. It really is challenging. It's very, very challenging. So I might not really be on the ball, but I'm doing the best I can, people. This is another really great part of the book. It says, this is the 12 and 12, step 10. I always quote this book because it's for me like the absolute essence. It says here in step 10, we can show kindness where we had shown none. With those we dislike, we can begin to practice justice and courtesy, perhaps going out of our way to understand and help them. Whenever we fail any of these people, we can promptly admit it. To ourselves always, and them also, when the admission would be helpful. Courtesy, kindness, justice, and love are keynotes by which we may come into harmony with practically anybody. When in doubt, we can always pause, saying, not my will, but thine be done. And we can often ask ourselves, am I doing to others that I would like to have them do unto me today? Isn't that nice? Wouldn't it be nice to walk around judgment-free, letting everyone just do what they got to do, and you just have like the utmost respect and love and care for everyone else in the world? Yeah. I think that's something that I would like to aim for. And this is part of it. It also says that pain was the touchstone of all spiritual progress. I don't know who said that. It was an AA friend. Anyway, best. Here it says, an honest regret for harms done, a genuine gratitude for blessings received, and a willingness to try for better things tomorrow will be a permanent asset we shall seek. And here's the last bit of the 10th step. Having so considered our day, not omitting to take due note of things well done, and having searched our hearts with neither fear nor favor, we can truly thank God for the blessings that we have received and sleep in good conscience. You know, that's the good thing. Is like at the end of the day, if you can say, was I the person I wanted to be today? Would if you know, and you know what's helped me a lot, which it's really great. I just remembered this, and it's something that I haven't done in a while, and I'd like to start it again. In interacting with people, if I was interacting with someone and there's some sort of tension there, doesn't matter what it is. 2 questions. What would I do if my Guru Maharaj was standing right next to me? How would I act? How would I speak? And how would Krishna have me act? And my behavior for myself is judged on how far I am from that mark. And it helps me. It's helped me in the past. Although I can't say that I'm really that nasty to anybody at the moment, so I'm pretty good at the moment. But it's really always a good thing to do, and I encourage you all really to read this step. It's something so helpful. It's helped me so much, and I thank you for listening, and I thank you for tuning in. And we've got 2 more steps left, my friends. Then we go back to the regular shorties, and I think I said it last week. Excuse me. I think I said it last week that that lots of new stuff is going on. There's so much new stuff going on. Also, check this out. There are new meetings in Spanish now in the BRG online. We will be having 3 meetings in Spanish till now. The first one that's solid, and it's starting this Monday, which is today, at 8 o'clock Chile time in Chile. So 8 o'clock Chile time, you'll find the link on the Bhakti Recovery Group website if you want to join, if you hablas español. Other things are going on too. We'll be in India. There's going to be a huge posse of Bhakti Recovery Group in the house in Govardhan Eco Village. And I'm really looking forward to spending a bunch of like 2 weeks with a bunch of BRG members, and it's going to be really fantastic. Other programs are being planned. We're doing 12-step workshops. We're continuing 12-step workshops. We're going to be continuing sponsorship workshops. We're going to be continuing what does it mean to be a sponsor workshop, or what does it mean to be a sponsee, chair people workshops, and all kinds of stuff that we're planning and excited to offer to this amazing community. Okay, you guys, thanks so much for listening. And remember, go to the Bhakti Recovery Group. Actually, I haven't asked this for a while. Please like this and send it. Do it right now. Like it and send it to somebody who you think could benefit. Like this podcast and send it to a friend. Spread the word. That's the best thing you can do. And if you have any extra cash, you can definitely donate to us. Every donation really helps right now to pull these programs together that we're trying to pull together. We're happy with every little penny, with every little cent. You go to bhaktirecoverygroup.com, and there's a donate button. We have all kinds of options for you to donate. That's also new. PayPal has been a headache and a half. I think everyone knows, whoever has PayPal, it's redonkulous. We got Wise, which is way easier. Anyway, all right, my friends, I hope you have a fantastic week. Think about step 10 this week. Think about it. Think about step 10 this week. Just do it. Try it. Try it one day. Sit down. Step 10 is something you can do without having to work the steps. It's just being aware. And also, don't forget to write something nice about yourself. What did I do good today? What did I do well today? What were the good deeds? All right. See you next week. Haribo. Thanks for listening. I hope you liked the Monday Shorties. Don't forget to check out our full-length episodes on Thursdays. If you like what you heard, spread the word. Peace out.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.